Hey, it's James from valwyattmarine. Today I'm going to show you around this Intercruiser 27 that's just behind me. So before I take you fully on board, I just want to stand on the swim platform here and give you a general overview of the boat. I think you'd probably call this boat a crossover. So as you're going to see as we go around, it's very much a day boat, but it has the advantage of being able to sleep on board as well. So it kind of fulfills two functions. I've set it up today so that you get an idea of how the canopies can work on it. So on the starboard side down here, you can see that I've got all the screens in, so you can see that if you want to be underway in really bad weather, you can be fully enclosed. There is also a rear screen that joins on here and goes right across the back of the boat, and then it would match up down the port side to give you full enclosure. So you can be completely enclosed and underway. The way the canopy is designed, it gives you standing height at the helm position, and in that forward area where you've got that sort of semicircular seating. It's a little bit lower, but there's still standing height for most in there. This boat follows the ethos from Interboat, which is to have a rear helm position, giving you maximum sociability with all the people around you. You can see it there in front of me with this huge bench that runs right the way around so that everybody can be sat together on your day out and you're not isolating the driver from the party. In terms of working the boat on a sort of river environment, I just want to show you how easy that is to move around and get on deck. There's a small cushion here, there's one on both sides. That lifts out very simply, gives you a step and then takes you round so that you can go on deck easily and get up to the bow of the boat. There's decent sized gangways, and there are on top of the cabin roof, you've got handrails so that you can steady yourself. There's also some stitched into the canopy if it's in place. I just want to look after a moment to A, show you the view and the feeling you get when you're on board this boat, and B, just to say that the canopy sections that you can see at the rear there, that framework does create a bimini. So it's very clever in that the full cruising canopies, the rear section detaches from the front section of the spray hood so that you end up with a bimini and you can have all the forward canopies down. Perfect on a sunny day. Nice simple helm on the boat. I'll just run you through some real basics. It's got a Raymarine speed and depth. You can see that there. Your gauges across the top. You've got a bow thruster joystick over there. Throttles on this side, and then further down below there, you've got your ignition key. That is the controls for your wipers. You've got 3 wipers you can run in different modes. And then on this side, you've got a 12-volt outlet, and you've got your switches for all the other instruments and extras on the boat. Up in the cockpit, throughout, this is a well-spec boat. I'm going to try and run you through the items it's got. Shore power connection hooked up to a battery charger. There's cockpit lighting there. That's to do with the heating, because the boat has air dispatcher warm air heating up in the cockpit. You can see an outlet there. There's another one there. You've then got this central galley arrangement here. I'm just going to try and flip this over for you because it provides a table and the galley all at the same time. That flips over, giving you a table. You've then got a single burner stove and your sink there. Underneath, there's a storage cupboard there, which is actually quite deep, deeper than it looks. Coming round to the side, you've got a Waco fridge. And over on the other side, there's just blooper. You've actually got there's a storage cupboard there and the indicator for the battery charger. So just take you on a quick tour through the forward section of this cockpit, which I think is a really clever design, because there's so much aft seating around the bench, the big bench and the helm, that you could have this set up as a separate dining area all day if you're out on a long river cruise. There is a table that goes into that central socket there, and hopefully with a bit of video magic it will magically appear. And there we go. I hope when that's edited it kind of works for a bit of fun. I want to show you that table because A, it's a very clever design, but B, it's very beautifully made solid teak table. That's it in the folded position, so if you were wanting to get through into the cabin, it doesn't obstruct you at all. But then these top leaves fold out, and you can kind of see the detailing on there. It's really nicely made, and then that gives you a lovely dining table that you can all sit around in quite a lot of comfort, to be honest. The top swivels as well, just to make it easier for people to get in and out. Right, I've popped that table out now so that I don't trip over it when I'm walking you through into the next part of the boat. I'm just going to take you down into the cabin. On both sides you have a single berth, which quite cleverly, got a little reading light there, quite cleverly tuck round under that dining area we're just at, so that it gives you a full length, I mean really big berth there, 6 foot plus. The only other thing to mention, you've got your battery master switches down here, you've got a further control panel for your cabin lights and so on, and your Eberspacher heating. And then this drawer that's effectively a step, it gives you storage, but it does also slide back out of the way so that when you are down in the cabin you're not constantly tripping over it. Ahead of the cabin you've got your toilet compartment. Starboard side you've got your sea toilet there, hand flush to a holding tank, and on the port side you've got a little stainless steel sink with a mixer tap, and underneath it a vanity cupboard. So before I finish off this video, a last bit about storage. As you know, I do like storage, so what I've done is on the port side, so on the right hand side, as you look at this, I just opened one of those lockers there, because underneath the benches all around the helm of this boat there are lockers, so there's tons of storage back there. It's in 3 different sections. There's a rear section, then a port section, starboard section, exactly like the one I've got open, and then going right back onto the deck of the boat, there is also it's a huge locker here, which is great for fenders and so on. Really deep, there's a couple of fenders in there already, and it looks like a diesel tank, so that's useful too. So that's it on this Intercruiser 27. I hope you found that useful. I will put the link to this boat in the description, as I usually do. It is currently for sale, and by odd coincidence I've got 2 for sale, and very cleverly the other one is just in the background there. So if you look back behind me on the water, you'll see that there's a second boat there, and that's actually quite nice because you get to see how the boat looks with all the canopies up. I know there are some photographs on the actual listing for this boat, which the link will take you there, and that shows you this boat on the water, just with the spray hood, so that you get a look of how that looks as a different configuration. So get in contact with us via our website. We're happy to answer any other questions or answer emails, so on and so forth. We look forward to hearing from you. Thank you.